Now let us together welcome a new age.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the villainesses of anime that stole our hearts. Number 20, Reina, High School DD. What is it about Issei that has demonically powerful women throwing themselves at him?
あなたが買ってくれたこれ大切にするわだから
Granted, the first one concluded things in a more bloody manner than expected, posing as an innocent lady that wanted nothing more than to be Issei's girlfriend. In truth, she's a fallen angel, a rather cruel and deceptive one at that. Complete with black wings and an outfit that screams sin, Reina's brief appearances certainly delivered when it came to making evil look sexy.
素敵でしょどんなに傷ついても治ってしまう神の加護を失った私たち堕天使にとってこれは素晴らしい贈り物だわ
Number 19, Adine, Guren Lagan.
私を前にしてよそ見こくほど余裕あんのかいなめんじゃないよ
She may use water to kill, but boy, are we thirsty. This general of the Beastmen made a brief yet brilliant stint as an enemy for Team Daiguren to overcome, and what an impression she made. Even with a scorpion tail attached to her and sharing the screen with someone as fiery as Yoko, Adine easily injected her venom into our veins. She's not to be messed with, ultimately cruel and dead set on humanity's destruction. But we won't pretend we wouldn't have loved for her to show up more.
敵も撃てず都にも戻れないなんて私は何なんだよこの役立たず
Number 18, Freya. Is it wrong to try to pick up girls in a dungeon?
今夜私に夢を見せてくれないかし
The head of one of the strongest familiars is a totally selfish lady with an appetite for young adventurers. You'd think having an all-powerful, beautiful woman dead set on spending eternity with you sounds like a fair deal. Unfortunately for Belle, her kind of love comes with the frequent threats of death. In order to push him towards being the best he can be, Freya developed a nasty tendency to send all kinds of monstrous threats his way on a frequent basis. How romantic.
手を出す女は許しておけないあなた潰そう
Number 17, Ulti, One Piece.
体力も限界可愛い弟にもバカにされて私かわいそう
She's foul-tempered, a little on the slow side, and part of Kaido's inner circle, making her one relentless pirate and killer.
うちのペーター舐めたらしばき殺すぞ佐々木
And yet, for all that, this horned beast is still somehow kind of adorable? Maybe we just have a weakness for Oda's aesthetic, but the mannerisms combined with her mask and dogged determination makes her a babe of all four oceans in our eyes.
きなお姉ちゃんって言えもうダメペーターあちき疲れたダリンス
Either that, or we've suffered one too many concussions courtesy of her headbutts. Number 16, Quinella, Sword Art Online. My god, a Discord moderator? No, but she's the next worst thing.
おかしな子みんなお前が殺してしまったじゃないの
After discovering Underworld's inbuilt stat system, Quinella used video game logic to turn herself into a goddess-like figure in the eyes of the human empire, becoming cruel and callous in the process, abusing her virtual world's mechanics for her own nefarious purposes. She's selfish, egotistical, and won't hesitate to spam her administrator privileges. Does the fact she likes to flaunt her often naked, voluptuous body around make us hate her any less? Not exactly, but if SAO were a dating sim, we could see ourselves going down her route.
ネズミを狩る猫のいる檻に
Number 15, Malona, Queen's Blade.
君が僕を倒しちゃうんだ面白い
Not quite what you picture when you think assassin, but then again, this is an anime that has never even heard of the word subtlety. As one of the four minions of the Swamp Witch, Malona brings death, chaos, and an overabundance of cleavage everywhere she goes. Having no qualms about killing, her immense strength and metamorphic abilities make her a tricky opponent to overcome. Hell, she even managed to come back from exploding.
いいよ、教えてあげる。僕がそう呼ばれる本当の訳をさ。
Nothing says sexy villainess like shooting acid from your, well, you know. Number 14, Lady Nagant, My Hero Academia.
動いたな。
Hero Society has a way of inspiring others to become caped crusaders, or make villains of those who start to see the cracks in the splendor. Nagant easily falls into the latter. Despite being hailed as a champion of law and order, she was eventually turned into a government assassin, slaying those who threatened the pristine image of the current regime.
たくさん殺した。ハリボテの社会を維持するために。
She's a tragic figure that we would have loved to have seen given more time to shine, but she certainly made one hell of an impact, with the only thing sharper than her beauty being her bullets. Number 13, Junko Enoshima, Danganronpa the Animation. Originally believed to be one of the 15 students at Hope's Peak Academy, her sudden death at the hands of the sadistic remote-controlled teddy bear, Monokuma, served as the ultimate red herring. In truth, she was the psychotic mastermind behind the creation of the mutual killing game. She's so nutso, she was willing to kill her twin sister and give herself the most bizarre of executions when her plans go awry. Bonkers to the core, but you have to give her points for creativity. Number 12, Lilithmon, Digimon Cross Wars. When did the digital world get so raunchy?
I should throw him in the dungeon and lose the key.
No idea, but if it's filled with digi-deviants like Lilithmon, we're kinda down for it.
You ungrateful monster, how dare you!
As a Queen of Darkness, what you see here is what you get with her. She's all about corrupting hearts and spreading her dominion. She just so happens to do so while dressed as the gothic waifu of our dreams. Emphasis on the thick. We wouldn't be shocked if this living virus awoke a few things in Digimon fans. Come for the fusion, stay for the fan service.
You do that, Angie, for your mommy.
Number 11, Tia Haribel, Bleach. As the only female among the elite ranks of the Espada, she is by far one of the most personable Arrancar.
部下のことが気になるか。私と戦うならば集中しろ。でなければ死ぬぞ。
However, don't fool yourself into thinking she won't tear you to pieces should the need arise. In her Resurrection form, she's strong enough to hold her own against members of the Gote 13 and Vizards simultaneously, something that can't be said of her counterparts.
終わらせる。圧倒的な力で叩き潰す。
Oh, and of course, with every transformation comes a skimpier outfit. Number 10, Cornelia Liberan, Code Geass. It's probably not the best idea to mess with the goddess of victory.
新宿のようにはいかなかったな、ゼロ。それとも真似したやつか？まあいい、すぐにわかる。
She wasn't just a member of Britannia's royal family, she was also a force to be reckoned with on the battlefield in her nightmare. While her unflinching approach to war might give the impression she has a heart of stone, she is dedicated to her family, especially when it comes to her younger sister, Euphemia. Following Euphemia's tragic Geass-induced rampage, Cornelia's cold exterior began to strip away to show the emotional complexity within.
キケーラはあの新宿事変に参加していたのだったな。
はあ、コーネリア殿下の慈悲を賜りました。
そんな話ではない。
Number 9, Semiramis, Fate Apocrypha.
まったく。今のお前はサーバントを刺激するマスターだ。本来ならば間違っても戦場に踏み込んではならん立場の存在だ。
When it comes to the Fate series and its multitudes of servants, chances are you're gonna end up with a baddie one way or another. In the case of Assassin of Red, she's both kinds wrapped up in one sultry package. Not only is her noble phantasm beyond lethal, she's also famed for her use of poisons. With her love of all things decadent beyond any other, chances are that she's as likely to kill you as she is to kiss you, or maybe both at once. Would we take the risk? In a heartbeat.
ならば仕方ない。許す。存分に戦い、そして生き残るがよい。
Number 8. Rio Kirin. Kill la kill. First things first, this woman is a terrible person and an even worse mother. She discarded one daughter during infancy and subjected the other to horrendous treatments as she grew up.
身の丈に合っていない服を着るのはとても醜いことなのだよ。
She's also hell-bent on turning humanity into slaves to sentient clothing. Overall, a real piece of work that we're made to loathe as both Ryuko and Satsuki battle against her throughout her wicked campaign. That being said, this is Trigger we're talking about. They know how to nail sexy better than any other studio. Combined with the fact she's a fashionista, Rio is always looking good, even when committing atrocious acts. Number 7. Pirotez. Record of Lotus War. What would a classic fantasy series be without elves?
どうやらここは一旦引き上げた方が良さそうね。
Well, this particular one has a dark elf that will leave you breathless, be it from her gorgeous figure or, killing you. Fiercely loyal to Ashram, she rarely leaves his side during his quest to take the land of Lotus for himself. Given her lethality as an assassin, we'd say he made the right choice in making her his right hand. It's not every day you find a gal so in love with you that she's willing to take on a dragon.
今度こそ来てもらおうか。お前は
Number 6. Elsa ReZero, starting life in another world.
気に入ったわ。メイドが大中小に男の子が一人。
Subaru might be the most unlikely protagonist in all of anime, what with his constant dying. Elsa can hold her head up high for being responsible for a fair few of those deaths. She may appear gentle and alluring on the outside, but there's nothing this psycho loves more than seeing her victim's guts on the floor. Lovely. Manic in her pursuit of her gory passion, Elsa is a perfect example of how beauty can sometimes be skin deep.
あー、痛い痛い。死んじゃうかと思った。気に入ったわ。
Number 5. Lilithmon, Monster Rancher.
Master Durahan. I'm so glad you're back. So what do you think of my new nail polish coat?
A true golden oldie, but one that exemplifies all the best things that come from a succubus henchwoman. Teasing, taunts, flirtatious, and a willingness to backstab at any given moment. This anime was already rife with classic monster girl designs, but Lilithmon stands out the most, especially with her choice of wardrobe, or lack thereof. If only her allegiances didn't swing around as much as her hips, then she might have lived long enough to thrive in another season.
I'm soaked.
I'll get you something to wipe yourself off.
Pass. Anything of yours is bound to be filthy.
Number 4. Mariah. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Stardust Crusaders.
触れてはいけないものというのは触れてしまいたくなるものね。
As expected of JoJo, even the most sensual of characters still has a crazy edge to them. In the case of Mariah, it's not enough for her to be a beautiful, chain-smoking femme fatale. She also has to have control of magnetism, and keep an unprecedented amount of screws, nuts, and bolts hidden inside of her brassiere, which she can use as projectiles. It's about as unorthodoxly lethal as you can imagine, and yet Mariah makes it work thanks to that deadly swag of hers.
ジョセフ・ジョースター、最後に言うけど、あなたなかなか素敵だったわよ。
Number 3. Lust. Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. The clue is kind of in the name.
ひどいわ。デートすっぽかして。私待ってたのよ。会いたかったわ。じゃあ
She's an artificial being infused with a philosopher's stone and encapsulates everything that is both alluring and dangerous about her given sin. Her sensual voice, body, and nature can weaken any man, a trait she uses to her advantage to further the homunculized goals. That being said, when her target's usefulness has worn out, they usually end up being impaled by several razor-sharp nails. Unfortunately for her, as hot as she might think she is, Roy Mustang's flames are hotter. Number 2. Ura Inuyasha.
They'll be back any minute. Only we won't let them run away this time, will we?
Here today, gone tomorrow. As in, you'll be gone on account that Yura's standing as a loyal demon to Naraku will ensure she'll use whatever means to end you, though her preferred method seems to involve using her luscious locks to entangle and permanently silence her targets. We would say she strikes fear into any heart who looks upon her, but given her choice of wardrobe and devilish frame, we have trouble thinking about any of the other ladies in this show. Is Naraku hiring at the moment? Because, damn.
Disappointed? I'll bet you were hoping to use this to become all demon.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure to go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Esdeath, Akame ga Kill.
仕方ないから私が仇を取ってやろう
She's armed to the teeth, completely without empathy, and a bona fide badass who will freeze you to death.
私の前では全てがなんという威力だ
How can you not love Esdeath? This buxom commander of the Jaegers lives for only 2 things: crushing the night raids and getting into Tatsumi's pants. She's a sadist that commits more than her fair share of unspeakable acts in the most unnerving of manners, but she still manages to captivate anyone who looks upon her. The Jaegers couldn't ask for a better leader, and we couldn't ask for a better villain.
辰巳そばにお前がいてくれたらよかったのだがな
Which of these villainesses would you happily surrender to? Let us know in those comments below.
Thanks.
Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips from WatchMojo and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.